Welcome back, everybody. Today we're going to do the part two of the Batman conversation we had. Uh, did we say we were going to talk about
I know
like
one part of it was villains. Talked
y-
about villains.
yeah, like what type of villains are going to be in there as cameos or
I
heroes or
think that
something like
I
that?
know
Oh
that
wait,
was
this
one
is the
part
Batman podcast? Oh crap, I have the wrong notes then. Okay, hang on.
of it. Wait, no, it's what the fuck did you expect it to be?
Okay,
Scary
there we
part
go. I got the right
is,
notes now.
scary part is, I don't know if you're faking this or not.
I had I thought we were doing the which type is the best bread for to make the best grilled cheese. So I had like 30 pages of notes ready to go. Hang on, let me just get the other notebook.
Oh, 30? You don't care about grilled cheese at all. I got 100. You can't forget seasonings, man.
Ah, crap.
And also, you can't forget.
That's like a whole nother topic.
I know, right? And don't forget about
That's like
cheese.
another layer.
Well, everybody knows that the best bread is wheat. Anyways, moving on.
Special here on one page, pretty much.
Oh, there goes 30 hours of research down the toilet.
There's
All
my
right.
entire life research.
Nice work.
All right,
Get my
so
Nice
that
work.
work. Got in 2 seconds.
Speaking of life works, though, in the demo trailer, they did show Mr. Freeze.
Yeah, we talked
And
about
since
that
we are
already.
talking, yeah, since we're talking about the villains, though, who else
I
do you
thought
think would? Who else do you guys actually think? Because was it the confirmed list was just the Court of Owls and Mr. Freeze.
something I think would actually be very interesting is if somehow they brought back Poison Ivy, or like Poison Ivy had secretly had a daughter and has the same powers as her.
I don't
Something
know
Well,
like
this
about
that would be
is
that.
kind of interesting.
a different game, so technically the Arkham Knight event didn't happen, since this is
Yeah,
like supposed to be its own story. So they could still have regular Poison Ivy.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, bring her back since this is a newer game, but she died in the old one.
Do you think they
Maybe
do
make her like more
So
human
maybe
than
like
like green mutant.
maybe like
maybe.
Clayface or something? You don't see very many Batman
Ooh, that'd be
games
really
that has
cool.
Clayface in it.
Arkham City
Oh, he's in there?
and Arkham Asylum. He's in both those games.
Wow, I feel stupid
In
now.
Arkham Asylum, you actually rescue the warden, and then when you go behind where the warden is, there's a little glass uh, cell, and there's like a bunch of dirt and everything. At least that's what I first thought. But then it was a character you previously saved saying you got the wrong person. Release me, free me, and he would constantly change. So like when you first see him, he's Gordon saying you kept Joker played a trick on you. Then when you rescue the warden and you go back to him, you actually can hear him change for a second if you look off camera and then look back at him.
Huh. Okay.
And that's a riddle that you have to scan. Something about identity. And then in Arkham City, you actually fight him, and you have to use the freeze grenades that you get from Mr. Freeze.
Okay. What about non-Batman villains, but still DC related? Well, obviously DC related. Say
Like what?
like I want
Like
to say
Vandal Savage.
something like that. I want to say
Flash,
like
Wonder Woman, Superman, something like that, maybe?
those are not villains.
I thought you said non-villains.
Non-Batman villains.
Oh,
Oh,
it would be
okay.
pretty cool to see some heroes.
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah.
As look like
Okay, I
cameos.
see what you mean now, though. I thought you were talking about something a bit
Like
different.
back to
But
my question. Obviously, they're not going to use some powerhouses like Bizarro or Reverse Flash or something like that, but maybe like smaller rank non-Batman villains. Like I don't know, was a good example. Um,
um,
Mr. Cold or
Captain Cold.
wow, I am. People are going to really hate me with this. Yeah, Captain Cold.
That's why I'm here. I'm your comic almanac.
I am no sense a DC expert. Forgive me.
Okay,
I do got some interest in it, but it's hard to remember all the names. So whoever watches this, please forgive me. But anyways, back to the topic. What do you think that they might add if they do that?
I think.
Um.
Could be good.
Oh, okay. Okay. Hang on. Let me get the list.
Scary part is he might actually have a list.
No, he
I
does.
didn't make a list this time on paper.
On paper. What did you use last time? Tree bark.
His brain.
Thank
Wow,
you.
just paper
Yes,
brain.
he's right.
He numbers a
Yeah,
lot.
paper brain. I never heard of that.
He has a.
Um,
He's got like a elephant memory when it comes to superhero stuff.
my brain is just really weird. My whole
Okay.
thought process is very funny. I explained it once on stream. That was
So it's
great.
like mine as
Anyway,
well, kind of.
what was there was one character actually I was thinking of that I thought would be really cool to see back again. Who was it? Oh yeah, Talia's sister. That's who I was thinking. Technically still a Batman character, but also very little known. Nessa Al Ghul. I thought she was a pretty cool character. They did show her in Arkham Knight, and you actually have to help her fight Ra's al Ghul. And yeah, that is the correct pronunciation. It's Raish, not Raj.
I thought it was always Ra's
Well,
al
I'll
Um,
Ghul.
some
uh,
people like some people like to follow the Christian Bale movies,
Ah,
saying Raish instead of Raj instead of Raish. But yeah, that's not cool. That'd be a cool character to actually see come back into a Batman game because you actually worked with her instead of working against her.
yeah.
So maybe like some characters like that are like Nessa Al Ghul, maybe even Azrael, but not the Michael Lane Azrael you see in the Arkham series. Maybe the original one that actually does replace Batman after he gets his back broken by Bane. Oh yeah, that was another thing I was going to talk about too. What if Bane, since Batman dies, they pull from the comic book story without realizing it when Bane actually became Batman? Because that actually was the thing.
that
I
would
don't
It
think
was
they
be
in
would
cool.
the
do that, but that would be
DC's.
interesting.
It was
I,
in the DC's New 52 event. Um, when they released the 52 villains issues, they had a little mini series about Bane. Pretty much, he goes to Gotham, becomes a new Batman, actually makes his own Batman armor, and pretty much just does what Batman did for a little bit. And then after the world starts going back to normal, the heroes are back, and everything's going kind of good. Batman repays him by capturing him and putting him in Arkham.
Really?
sounds
Yeah,
about right.
no joke. I was like that seemed like a wasted opportunity there, but
It
that's what
was.
happened.
You gotta turn the dude good.
Yeah, was I thought was kind of funny. Or maybe we could actually get a clean Bane too, where he's like actually not using Titan or not Titan, his Venom. That'd be pretty cool. So there'd be like a more realistic Bane. But also remember, Bane isn't just super strong. He's also very smart. So maybe he'll be like one. Maybe he could be like one of those villains, kind of like Riddler, where you actually have to think and while fighting him, or you have to do certain tasks, or he'll have that you'll have to do like combat challenges,
Yeah,
Okay.
in a way on the city, or like hidden bases for his operations in Gotham, and you have to find his secret base, kind of like you did in Arkham Origins.
that would be interesting, but he's usually not the type that does that kind of stuff in the stuff. At least from what I've known of him.
He kind of is. Remember he does have an army in
Yeah, I'm just
or not
saying
an army, but like a
he
whole
has no.
group
I
following
know. I'm
him.
just saying he has like his own style of doing stuff. Really. Yeah, he's smart, but he just has his own style. I so
So this kind of ties into the Easter egg factor, but do you think they would like do Easter egg drops of more stronger villains like Darkseid or something? Like there's like a say fudge a mother box or some form of apocalypse technology in the background, say being for a scenario
So you use
purpose,
the
like being trade or something, and Batman or I
well, you do
guess not
use
Batman,
the
but Robin and all them have to track down who's doing the illegal trade of apocalypse weaponry and stuff like that.
I don't know if they'll go that far because because the Arkham games always keep it simple and they just stay like in like the real world part of villains
Yeah,
stuff.
plus
They don't
Easter
go
eggs
like
aren't
out
always
there.
that big. They usually rather they kind of range from either small or kind of smallish medium.
I'm
Okay,
thinking the biggest Easter egg really was just the hero ones in Arkham Knight. I can't really think of the other ones
Yeah.
let's not say dark
being big.
side, but maybe a step lower, but same scenario.
Well, the only thing I can think of that is maybe just more Justice League Easter eggs. I mean, you already used the Watchtower as a teleporter.
Yeah.
True. All right. Any
And
other?
what was it?
Any,
I would think that the Suicide Squad might play a factor in it too. So you might see Amanda Waller again.
oh yeah,
That could be interesting.
putting chips in everybody's brains and stuff like that.
hmm Yeah, because she actually shows up in Arkham Origins. Yeah, Arkham Origins. Amanda Waller shows up to recruit Slade, and then they never touch on that topic again. And that Arkham Origins is made by the same studio that's making this game. So
So there's a lot of possibility here. A lot of
There
I mean, they have that character. They
interesting
have a character
material.
model of her that they've done. That was really good too. Plus, that'd be a good way to put Harley into the game without putting Joker in it.
True, like a reinformed Harley that's not connected to Joker. What about
Yeah.
that's the thing. Since Batman's dead, and this is not the Arkham games, where's Joker in all of this?
He probably could still be in there. He still does shit without Batman, really. Not a lot, but still
Unless you
does.
follow the Dark Knight storyline, then he's completely dead to the world.
Yeah, true.
Which I don't know if you guys have seen that animated movie or read the book either.
I've seen it.
I know about it.
Yeah, the one where the one where Joker actually dies.
Yeah,
Yep.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
So,
What other? Sorry, God.
is there any other villains you think might be showing cameos, or do you want to move straight to the hero part?
Man Bat.
Um,
Man Bat.
yeah,
Yeah,
Man
I
Bat
think
totally
Man
is
Bat.
gonna be
I
in
would
there.
love to see Man Bat again.
He's
He was
totally gonna be in there.
so
You're gonna see him flying around all the time.
Well, that could
he
be
was
an
so
Easter
much
egg
fun
thing.
in Arkham Knight.
That could be an Easter
Maybe,
egg thing. Seeing flying in the background or something like that.
maybe, but
Actually,
what
there's
would
an
it be
Easter
Easter
egg in
eggs
Arkham
for?
Knight. There's an Easter egg in Arkham Knight where if you change the clock on your computer or your console to Halloween and you've already caught Man Bat, he'll actually break out of the cell and you'll see him randomly flying around the city a lot.
Ooh.
Cool.
Even if you've already caught him, the cell will be completely destroyed that he's kept in.
Possibility they might do something like that again here, but maybe with like somebody different.
So how about this? Well, how about there's more supernatural type villains or heroes like Constantine or
What?
Satana or stuff like that? Do you think they might show a cameo? Because Batman has,
Maybe.
worked with him
That'd be
before,
really
both in
cool to see
comics
That'd be
and
really cool to see Lucifer into the Arkham games. That'd be fun.
yeah,
Yeah.
Which, if you didn't know, the Lucifer TV series is technically still a DC Comics thing.
I did not know that.
You
That's
were about to
interesting.
say
And if
T.
you need any proof, there is a crossover episode with the Legends of Tomorrow where they actually have to go to multiple Earths. And one of the multiple Earths they go to is Earth 666. And that's where Lucifer is. And Constantine actually has talked to Lucifer before, so he remembers him. And he actually gets help. And they go there because they need help with him, with the devil, from the devil,
Okay,
to get to purgatory.
interesting.
It's like a little, maybe 2 minute thing, but it's that little crossover segment was really cool.
Yeah.
Those are really funny too because he says his name wrong. He's like it's Don. He calls him John Constantine, and he says it's Constantine. Is it? I don't care. And he just closes the door and goes back to his club.
Hmm.
Oh, by the
Well,
way, that's coming out soon. The new season or finale.
I personally think there's a lot of opportunity here.
Etrigan, that was the other one too.
Yeah.
That you
Oh
could,
yeah, extra gan. How about the that?
rhyming demon.
What's the name of that ghost dude? Deadman. Is it
Dead
Deadman?
man.
You know,
Yeah, dead
No,
man.
not.
yeah, Deadman.
Oh yeah.
Do you
Yeah,
think
dead man.
what's the
Fun
well?
fact: he
It's
actually
probably
became a White
slim.
Lantern in the comics.
Oh, that's funny. It's slim. It's probably slim, but what's thinking the odds of him maybe being in there, or at least a mention of him?
Actually, he might be in there. There's also a
It'd be really
possibility.
cool to see him in there, but
There's also a
haven't
possibility if
seen
he's
him
in
in
there,
there.
they could make him
Will he
as
be
like
in
the
there?
Easter egg thing, like they did with Man Bat, like Bino said earlier.
Yeah,
They
it
might
could
do
be
something
a
like that with
it
Dead
could
Man,
it
maybe.
could be a Halloween
I can see
Easter
Dead
egg.
Man being like a side quest thing,
That
being
too.
like he'll possess random people. Because remember, he has to possess people in order to talk to you,
True.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said,
and
I
everyone
highly
gets
doubt
like his
he'd be in
Boston
there,
accent.
but
At
you
least in
never
the
know.
movies,
I
he does.
mean, he can always be in there. Like I said, he could always be like one of those side things, like Man Bat was.
Do you think since the
He'll like possess people
original
and tell
Robin,
you about abductions or something.
Yeah.
do you think since the original Robin from Teen Titans going to be there, they might do like a homage or a drop of Trigon? Because isn't that the original Robin and Teen Titans went against Trigon, or am I thinking Damien?
Ah, I
Uh,
could see there being something about Trigon. That'd be pretty cool. Being
yeah.
more Titans references. I thought you were gonna honestly. I thought you were about to say something about the Hive for a minute.
Oh yeah, that's another good thing. The Hive.
What does it stand
Oh
for?
yeah, the Hive
Hive.
could be there
Hierarchy
actually.
of
Maybe that's
International Villainy something.
yeah,
Yeah,
maybe that's
That's actually
something
what
they could
Hive
always
stands
add
for.
it. Might be added into there. Like you have to do a few missions to stop the Hive or something.
well, I
That
wouldn't
could be
think it'd be
that might be
actual
expanded a
missions,
little
but
bit.
maybe like I don't know, recordings
They
or
get a
or
mention of them like they have hired
or
an assassins
or
after you,
or
Too
pieces of
like
maybe.
paper
Ravager.
explaining about Robin's past or something like that of encountering them.
Or there's also they could figure out how to do like little um things on the side about they do, like they plant I don't know, plant bombs or something. You have to fuse them, like little challenges here and there,
Yeah,
kind of like what Red Alert does, but with the Hive this
I
time.
mean,
Or maybe they both have both.
I don't know. Maybe the Hive will play a role in here. We already know the
I don't know.
core of owls, but that's more Batman's idea. Not idea. I mean, a villain. So maybe they do some separate villain groups that Robin, Nightwing, Batgirl has encounter with.
Yeah.
It could be a number of things. All right, guys. Let's move on to the what we think. What type of superheroes will join us? Well, join the game, not us.
Personally, I think it would be kind of cool if you like end up meeting or teaming up with like some of the heroes from Justice League, like Wonder Woman, Flash, uh, and stuff.
I don't think they'd be teaming up, but
Well, like helping them with like a mission in a way, you know,
now I can see
or
Superboy,
maybe getting
or
like intel from them or something,
I can see
you know.
Superboy or one or a Beast Boy or Blue Beetle or something like that. Something like that. Maybe making an appearance. They have to work with him or her.
Maybe it
Sorry.
could be kind of entire
The
game
Doom
about
Patrol.
where it's more of the
What do you say, Gabino?
different. Sorry,
The Doom Patrol.
Yeah,
it could be more a game more
Um,
about like where you don't really see a whole lot of the bigger heroes. You see a lot of the more heroes that are more kid-like in a way, like Robin and stuff.
yeah. The lower, I guess you could say the
like
lower rank heroes.
In a way,
the
yeah.
Doom Patrol.
Ones that
Yeah,
aren't
the Doom
basically
Patrol
part of like the Justice League.
or the Doom Patrol, Young Justice,
That too.
maybe the new Teen Titans. I don't know. Could be a number of
It'd be
things.
interesting. It'd be interesting if you also could find all the maybe like I don't know which Titan ones they would do, Teen Titans they would do, but it'd be interesting if you could find them throughout the world. You know?
Well, all this takes place in Gotham, right, Gabino?
Yeah, like
Yep.
throughout Gotham. So
And
it
it's a
would be
big
interesting to
place.
have them in there. If you have Robin in there, it could be interesting to have that. Like maybe you could find like uh Beast Boy somewhere, or maybe Starfires or something, or maybe some different Teen Titans.
You want to chime into this, Gabino? Embrace your knowledge on us. Nope.
Snapchat things are brain dead.
I'm thinking.
Oh, he's
He's
thinking.
brain dead. He has to think of being
Well, I'm
faster.
trying to think of other like lower groups that aren't well known. I mean, how? I mean, can you? I mean, like the Doom Patrol is an easy one because a lot of people only know them because of the TV series, and even then, certain people only know about the TV series because they had the DC Universe app or they've seen it on HBO Max.
Yeah.
True.
What else is there?
Or and if you remember like the one episode of Teen Titans, I think that they had, but I think they only had one episode.
Hmm.
Don't remember exactly.
I think it's more likely to
Um,
meet, random villains from different areas in the game, the
Mr.
extra
Miracle would be
superheroes.
pretty cool actually to have in there. All right, no, what was his name? Was that his name?
Mr. Miracle?
Yeah,
Mr.
Mr. Miracle. I
Miracle?
think that was the name. I just remember his real name is Scott Free. Uh, it was he's actually a new god character
Hmm. I
A
mean,
new god
or
one? Like, I don't
Orion.
have enough.
reason I think is more likely to meet a lower rank hero than the Justice League. For one, that's mostly Batman's territory when it comes to friends. There might be like I don't know, a cutscene of Superman telling
Green
Dick
Arrow.
Grayson or something like that that you need to go here or go there. But to actually have a mission playing with him, I don't think that's going to happen. You see
That
what I
would be
mean?
another good. That'd be another good character to put it too, though. Actually, Green Arrow and Speedy
I
or
thought,
Red Arrow.
yeah, Red Arrow. Yeah, I thought it was Red Arrow.
There's Red Arrow, and then there's Art, and then he also goes by Arsenal. Um, what was it? There's somebody else that takes up Green Arrow's mantle. I think it was like his daughter or something.
I mean, I can see
I
Red
can't
Arrow.
remember
Like
exactly.
Red
Plus,
Arrow,
Green Arrow's
encounters Red Hood or something like that, and they had some
plus Green
similarities.
Arrow's faked his death, and Red Arrow and Red Hood have worked together in the comic book series.
True.
Actually, it was just Red Hood and the Outlaws. It was Red Hood, Starfire, and Arsenal. No, Arsenal at or Arsenal, who was Red Arrow. He was going by that new name. And it was Red Hood and Starfire. And another version was Arsenal, Pizarro, and Red Hood.
Okay.
And I think there was one more time there was another like Outlaws team, but I can't remember right now. Yeah, and Green Arrow would be pretty cool to have in because he's actually faked his death a few times. So that since Batman is supposed to be dead, and there's the Dark Knight Rises where he actually fakes his death. Maybe they could have like a little question thing about that, like if he's actually dead or if he actually knows that he faked his death or anything.
That'd be interesting to see.
That would be interesting. Oh, I just have a thought of something that might actually happen.
What?
Do you
Is it
think
about
that?
Steve from Minecraft?
Sure, whatever. What do you think? There'd be a cutscene of Bat the Bat family go to Batman's funeral, but you also see the Superman and all that in the background. Mourning and respecting Batman's death. You know what I mean? Not respecting,
Um,
mourning Batman's death.
Basically,
depends
a
if they
funeral scene
go.
of Easter egg characters.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that could be interesting. Depends if they do go in that direction about Batman being dead.
true. Batman's got a habit of coming back somehow.
And that, like we said before, this is a completely different game. It's not connected to the other one
Well, it's
where
not just
Batman.
it's not
Yep.
just Arkham games that he managed to survive or come back from the dead. It's also
I
comic
know.
books, movies.
I'm not saying Arkham games are dead. I'm saying the last.
No, I'm not saying that
Uh,
either. I'm just saying Batman has the capability to come back from the dead somehow, one way or another.
yeah. I mean, Superman also had a capability to come back from that too.
I think all
Although
superheroes do
that's
it
Superman.
actually, even villains. Anyways, off topic. Um, all right, do we have any other thoughts or opinions on the topic of this game? This could be the topic of we did not topic the things we discussed last podcast or the one we discussed this podcast. Do we have anything new to add to this?
As of right now, there is still no new information, at least that I'm aware of.
No, not
Okay.
even like a release date or anything.
Yeah, it's about to ask that.
There is a release date for this year, I think it
I'm
said,
talking
but
about
there
something more
wasn't.
specific.
Yeah, that
No,
was the last thing they talked about it. Honestly, I feel like it might get pushed back because it kind of seems like games are taking longer to make now because they're adding so much. And since this is a Batman game, there's gonna be a ton they can add.
Yeah, that's true.
true, true.
Arkham Knight, they actually have a little text on some of the parking meters that if you zoom in close enough, it'll actually be a joke about reading this text in like very hard to read font. It's all blurry and everything. I can't remember what exactly it was, but there was like a little joke about that.
Oh, like, why the heck are you trying to read this?
Pretty much, yeah, something like that. I can't
Let
remember
me know how
exactly. I thought it was really funny
people
they
stumble
actually
on that
did
type of
that.
stuff. Do they
As
like
there are some gamers who are very, very, very thorough when they play through stuff. They like looking at everything, every little nick and cranny, you know?
true?
They're very thorough.
There's an Easter egg for soda
Also
brand
curious, so.
that Bruce Wayne and Clark Kent drank when they were kids in Arkham Knight.
Okay.
Damn.
Yeah, that's a random Easter egg that you actually see, and it's an advertisement on a billboard.
Kind of curious what they do for stuff like that in this game. Because
Yeah,
mostly
you
these
might be still, for one, you might still see that billboard around.
true. Because I notice in games that are this high level of interest and design, always seems to have something like that hiding in the background that pretty much entice or encourage players to explore the world to find these things. That's and
It would be pretty cool actually to see if they actually used any stuff from Gotham.
It would be
That would
interesting,
be pretty
actually, if they
interesting.
do something like that with the billboards and whatnot, or something like that. That you have to go around and try to find, like, collectible. If they put, like, different kind of collectibles throughout the world.
that's another thing, Gabino. Do you think they might have some Easter eggs for the old Arkham Asylum games or Arkham City or stuff like that?
Personally, I feel like they actually kind of would.
Granted, I know they're different games, but
I don't see
like a
Arkham City because I don't see Arkham City, but maybe Arkham Origins.
Hmm? Something. One of them, at least.
yeah, because that pretty much that game right there, even though it's not the first Batman game, but it's pretty much starts the well, I guess I would call it the renaissance of the Batman game because even with much I played other games, it's fucking good on the eyes. I also
Yeah,
like the movement, how you can. Sorry for the stirring. It happens once in a while. I
you're fine.
like how you use the fight or the tools you have to use for the environment or even the environment itself. So I think, out of respect, my personal opinion, they should do something like that. Are they going to do it? I don't know. Maybe, but that'd be cool if they
They
did.
might. Who knows? Maybe they'll listen to these broadcasts and get all kinds of good ideas.
Well, anything could happen, I guess.
Yeah. No offense, but I heard out they actually do watch these. No offense.
No offense taken. I'm not the only one that's out here doing podcasting. Anyway,
Yeah, no.
so I guess that's all we have to talk about. Nothing new to add. Nothing. Anything on your guys' mind?
I'm trying to think of more
Pickles.
supernatural characters other than Deadman and Etrigan.
Okay.
Demons 3, I think, or Demons Tribunal, something like that. That was another group or set of characters.
Oh, now you
Uh,
think about stuff. Or did you just
I'm
find
trying
the
to think of
notes
another
for it?
one. No, I'm just thinking. Or I'm trying to think of more characters that he was bringing up earlier as supernatural ones, because there are other characters as supernatural ones.
There's
Oh,
plenty of them.
Swamp Thing.
Oh
That'd be
yes,
another
Yeah,
Swamp
one.
Thing.
Maybe instead of Poison Ivy, bring Swamp Thing into it, because he's technically. Well, he's not really a hero or a villain, so I guess
he
you
just
could
wants
say
everybody to stay out of his swamp, pretty
pretty
much,
much.
because he wants to protect it.
He's the protector of the green. That's old plant life.
Kind of.
I think there
No,
was actually a time he was actually in a forest in Gotham after the Dark Knight, or not the Dark Knight, after the Blackest Night event. I'm thinking. What was another one? There's something else that happened too.
I'm trying number two.
Can't think of it off the top of my head right now. But yeah, I think. But yeah, Swamp Thing would be pretty interesting. Instead
Definitely
of
like.
Poison Ivy, actually has Swamp Thing into it.
We'll definitely do
Especially
a
since the
change of
first thing
themes.
you see is like Mr. Freeze trying to freeze Gotham.
Now, personally, the lot of stuff we brought up, I think highly unlikely it might happen, but you never know. Be cool if it
Something
did.
that might actually happen.
I just truly think that it's interesting to bring this stuff up. Maybe enough people actually talks about this, they might actually do what some of the fans would like to do. I mean, I'm not saying they don't,
I mean, I'm pretty
but
sure the game developer is always up for feedback and stuff to figure out how to make the game better and more appealing to people. So I'm pretty sure they always take like comments or advice. Like, look at what Jack did with Subnautica. They listened to some stuff he said about it,
true, true.
and his thing got printed on the back of the case. If you ever got that game on the case
All right.
on disc.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's all we have to talk about today. Sorry that this short.
Okay.
Oh wait, do you have anything? Sorry, I'm not trying to end as early as this. I really can't think of anything else to add to this.
I don't think you know DC well enough for that, to be honest.
Mm,
You know, like a lot of the basic stuff, like the main superheroes and main villains, some stuff like that. I think, as far as I know.
anything else to add?
I actually don't have anything else.
Really? I thought you could
Nope.
talk about this all day.
Well, we did have to cut. Well, we did have to cut it down to the other, a second part,
Yeah,
That's
because
true.
true.
it was
Yeah.
already like an hour and a half last time, wasn't it?
Yeah, I did say that this might be only a half hour long.
It's been a little longer than half hour, but yes, not by much.
Only like 2 minutes. All right. So we're going to end the podcast here. If you're interested, listen to more. Please subscribe. If you like this video, leave a like. And you guys have a nice day.
Oh wait, tacos.